Right. So we are in day 27, and today we are going to discuss on the very important concept and kind of a tricky concept, right? That is known as MRP areas. Okay, very important in terms of understanding as well, and also in terms of the interview point of view. So MRP area, we should understand what is meant by MRP areas and how it affects planning and what is the differences in terms of functionality when the concept of MRP areas in SAP ECC and in SAP S4hana. That is a very important uh, difference we need to understand. Okay. So first we will understand what is meant by MRP area. Okay. So all these days in our training, when we run the MRP live, right? When we run the MRP live, what is that we used to mention there? Plant. So which means that we are running the MRP live at plant level, correct? So sorry, 1710, correct? Plant level, correct? But there is also a provision provided by SAP to run MRP area at individual sections in the plant, correct? Means let's say my plant is 1710, correct? In 1710 plant, let's say I have multiple sections. What are those sections? Let's say I have one inventory section. Okay, inventory section. This inventory section means it has the storage locations of 171A. Okay, it has storage locations of 171B. These are our storage locations, right? These are our storage locations. In our example, in our training, we have created these storage locations. Correct? So there is a one more section in the same plant in which there is another storage location known as, let's say, 171E. What is this 171E? This is, let's say, used for Kanban process, or let's say this is used for interim storage location, or let's say this is used for any scrap handling as stock. Correct? For any of the purpose, not only for this, any of the purpose, or let's say they want to segregate this separately into a different storage location. Inventory section 2. Okay. Top is inventory section 1. This is inventory section 2. Or else you can consider in this way. This is one kind of scenario. What is the second kind of scenario? Again, 171A, 171B, let's say 171C, also there is 171C, let us say 171E. Okay. So from the 171A, 171B, 1C, from these storage locations, let's say you are sending the finished goods to the end customers. Let's say from 171A, you are handling the customers who are there at Bangalore. From 171B, you are shipping your goods to customers, always only to the customers who are in Chennai. From 171C, you are sending the goods who are there in Mumbai. Correct? Mumbai. For 171D, you are sending for Hyderabad. Let us think in this way. 171D. Now, your business process is something that you can club this 171A, 171B means you can, when you run the MRP at 1710 plant, correct? When you run an MRP live at 1710 plant, not live MRP. I will say what MRP. Is it MD02 classical MRP or is it MRP live? We will discuss shortly. But when you run an MRP, correct? What will happen? Always system will consider the entire storage locations to execute the MRP, and it will plan at entire storage locations level. Correct? Because you are running the MRP at plant level. But what if like my business requirement is when I run an MRP at plant level 1710, I don't want to include my storage location 171E. Okay. So I don't want to exclude this from MRP. MRP run. So I don't want the materials which are there in storage location 171E to be considered in the MRP. You are getting me now? Then how to do that? How to exclude the storage location 171E in MRP run? For this concept, we have SAP has provided a functionality called Mrp Area. Okay. So what is that I'm going to do here? I'm going to create two MRP areas. What are the two MRP areas? The first MRP area is 1710. Why the plant itself I am considering as a MRP area? Because when I specify the MRP area, which is the name of the plant itself, correct? Then what will system consider? System will consider that the plant, the plant itself is an MRP area, and it should consider all the storage locations which are there in that plant under this MRP area. See, not only 1710, you can give any four digit, okay? Any four digit, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, or else X, Y, anything. Yeah. Anything you can give as an MRP area. But in general, most commonly, whichever the plant name is there, we will take that name itself as a name of the MRP area. Okay. And there are different types of MRP areas that we will discuss. Okay. And my next MRP area will be 1710 underscore uh, MRP or area 2. Area 2. Under this MRP area, I am going to specify exclusively the storage location 171E. Okay. I'm going to separate the storage location and I'm going to specify this in the MRP area 1710 underscore area 2. Now what will happen? What the system will consider? System will consider that this MRP area, under this MRP area we have specified the storage location, and system will consider this storage location as a separate MRP area, right? And whenever you do the MRP live, not MRP live again. Sorry for that. Whenever you do the MRP run, system will ask you on which MRP area you want to execute. You want to do the planning. By default, if you don't enter MRP area, system will anyway default at plan at the plant level itself. But exclusively when you enter the MRP area, system will only plan those materials which are maintained under this storage location, right? And it will exclude this storage location. And if you want to plan this particular storage location related materials, then you should go and specify separately in MRP areas 1710 underscore area 2. Okay. Let us take one more small example. There is a material called what is that material? Let's take the same material we used to discuss previously, no? Dairy milk chocolate, correct? So let us consider this FG is maintained under 171A as well, and it is also maintained under 171E as well. In two storage locations, it is possible, no? The scenario is quite possible. A material can be there in two different storage locations, correct? Why? You might get it out. Why? How come a material can be in two storage locations? Yes, it can be there. In 171A, it is used for inventory purposes. I mean, it was stored. This is an FG, and this is stored in 171A to handle one set of uh, one regional customers. Okay, I mean the customers who are there in one regional area. So whichever the inventory we are storing in 171A, which is a finished good, only that storage location is dedicated to only one regional customers. How about 171E? This the same FG which is maintained in 171E is used to handle another set of customers, correct or not? Another set of customers, or it is used for interim purposes. Okay, and you don't want to take out the material from 171A, and you want to compensate or to satisfy this set of customers, or to compensate this requirement which is there in 171E. Basically, you want to exclude your 171E for whatever reason. You want to exclude your 171E. In our example, in general, you want to exclude few of the storage locations in your plant to not to consider in the MRP when you run an MRP run. Simple, correct? Because that particular storage locations might be used for different kinds of purposes, and you don't want to disturb them. To be precise, that is the main agenda for us. Okay. Now, in that case, how to achieve this? There comes the concept of MRP area. Okay. Now, let me go to the presentation. Right. So, metal requirement planning, we have MRP area at plant level, correct or not? And we have MRP area at MRP area level, correct? So under MRP area, we will be maintaining set of storage locations. And MRP at plant level, we will be maintaining one single plant where MRP area is entirely the plant itself. Okay. See, this is a kind of simple flow here. The importance of MRP area. If you see here clearly, there is one MRP area called FP01. Let us consider. Under FP01, you have two storage locations, IM01, IM02. And there is one more MRP area, M0001. Under it has one storage location. Okay. And you have another MRP area. Okay. You have one more MRP area. See how many MRP areas basically here? Four MRP areas. Correct? Under four MRP areas, one MRP area is at the plant itself. Second MRP area is maintained at storage locations level. Third MRP area is maintained at subcontracting subcontracting vendor level. Okay. So in this complex kind of business scenario, how to plan only for those kind of storage locations where your actual materials are there, and you want how to plan your materials which are stored under your main storage locations, and you want to exclude other storage locations, right? So because you cannot go and each at individual material level, you cannot check on which storage location this material is maintained, and you cannot run MRP to that material level, no? Quite impossible, because you will be having 1,000 plus of materials in the real time. So how to do this? How to run an MRP at the storage location level or MRP area level? So for that is what we are going to discuss in today. See, MRP areas, correct? Basically, there are three types of MRP areas. What are the three types? Plant MRP area, MRP area for storage locations, MRP area for subcontractors. Okay. So what is that plant MRP area mentioned to us? Initially, the plant MRP area includes the plant with all its storage locations on stock with subcontractors. When you define MRP area for storage locations and for subcontractors and you have assigned the materials, the plant MRP area is reduced exactly by this number of subcontractors and storage locations as they are now planned separately. You're getting me now? You're getting my point, right? See, what is that the description told? Initially, when you create an MRP area at the plant level, then what will happen? System will consider your entire storage locations 171A, 171B, 171C, let's say 171D, 171E, all the storage locations under your MRP area because your MRP area is at plant level, correct? It will automatically consider all the storage locations. But when you specify another MRP area, 1710 underscore MRP area 2, and you remove one of the storage location from that, you won't remove, right? You just add the storage location under MRP area. This is at slot level, storage location level. Automatically, what will happen? This will be removed from here. Okay, I'll highlight in red color. This will be removed from the plant level MRP area automatically. It will be removed. It will be not considered by the system and it will be considered as a separate MRP area. And when you run an MRP area at the plant, right? When you run an MRP at the plant, then system will not consider your 171E into consideration. Okay, you are getting me now. You are understanding, right? So we will see entire practical demo in the system. Then you will get much more clarity on how it is going to plan. And also we will try to understand the difference, the gap between ECC and SAP S4 as well in terms of MRP areas. Okay, very, very important. There is a minute gap, okay, minute bug, I would say, in SAP S4hana. That itself is a bug. I don't know why SAP has uh, neglected that. It clearly it's a bug, and that is still there. Okay, I will show. I will explain you what is that bug and all. Okay, so let me log in. Okay, now we will go with a new material itself. We will go with a new material, and we will see what is that we are trying to achieve. Okay, so slash n mm01. So my industry sector, why it all came here? Acha, I was checking material type. Oh, sorry. Industry sector, mechanical engineering, material type, finished product. Enter 1710 For now, I am maintaining a material in 171A. Okay. So what is that description? FG for MRP area test. Okay. FG for MRP area test. Right. And basic unit of measure EA, metal group, fine. Next, go to uh, MRP1, MRP type PD. Under MRP type, I am going to mention as PD only. Okay, 001, lot sizing procedure EX. Next, procurement type what? Internally produced, correct? E, click on enter, in-house production 1 day. Strategic group 10, we are going to use 10. Let's say 40, we'll pick 40. Okay, or 10 should be good because it will be easy to understand. So strategy group is 10. Okay, consumption mode. We'll quickly try to create the material right and we'll try to quickly create the master data as well. Okay, what happened to this? It take ages to come 10. I don't know why. Okay. My consumption periods 90. 90. Okay. Next, click on enter. All these are fine. Production scheduling profile will give it as 01. Valuation class 7920. Standard price 20. Okay. Click on enter, 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 enter. Save. Save this material. Correct? 2967. Good. Now if I go to MM02, for now, this material is maintained in which storage location? If I go to the table MARD, and what is my material? 2967 we created, correct? Plant is 1710. Click on enter, execute. So for now we maintain under where? Under which lock? 171A. And we are executing such a scenario where the material is also extended to another storage location, that is 171E. Okay, 171E, right, is a one another storage location in the same plant 1710. Okay, and we are extending this to which lock? 171E. Okay, see 171E, right? So extend the plant data storage location 1 view, plant data storage location 2 view. Simple. So now if you go and check the table, click on refresh, right? Click on refresh. You will see that the material is also maintained in one more storage location 171E. Good. Now let's go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. I will show the config in the MRP area. Okay, very, very important. So click on production, material requirement planning, master data. You see here MRP areas. See, this is the same description I have pasted in our PPT also. Okay, same description I have copied and pasted. So it mentioned very clearly, but I'm very sure you will not understand when you read all this. Once we understand the practical, then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so define MRP areas for plant and storage locations. What is this? Under this, our MRP area is what? Plant itself, correct? And remember this MRP area, when you mention the MRP area as 01, 01 means MRP area is a plant level, 02 means MRP area is at storage location level, 03 means MRP area is at the supplier level. Okay, when my MRP area is the plant level, right, and you must specify a minimum of, it will take only 4 characters. Okay, it will take only 4 characters, and generally when you specify the MRP area at the plant level, the plant itself, the plant name itself, you are going to mention as a MRP area. Okay, very, very important. But when your MRP area is at, when your MRP area is at the storage location level, see, we have one more MRP area for the same plant now, 1710, correct? What is MRP area? Kanban 1710. And if you see the MRP area is 2. What is 2? This MRP area was at the storage location level. Okay. Now we will see what is that it is maintained under 1710 MRP area. Select this row, click on plant. So what is maintained? 1710 plant is maintained under MRP area 1710, means enter the plant at the plant level. If you click on this MRP area, what is that? One Kanban 1710, right? So click on plant. You will not find plant automatically, even though I clicked on plant. What system is saying? Plant view is not possible for MRP type 02. Why? Why plant view is not possible? Because the MRP area was itself at the storage location level 02, not at the plant level. So you cannot maintain as 02 and forcefully you can go to the plant level and do some magic there. It is not possible, correct? So when MRP area is at the plant level, you cannot maintain storage location. When MRP area is at storage location level, you cannot maintain plant. Simple. Okay, so that is the reason. See, even though I forcefully tried to go inside, system is throwing error and it came out from the main screen. Okay, so again I am revisiting the screen. So production, where is that? Material requirement planning, master date, master data, MRP areas, define MRP areas for plant storage location level, correct? So if I go to this one Kanban 1710, click on storage locations, you have we have maintained one storage location separately in this MRP area. And our example in this case is we have one material, the same material under two storage locations, correct? One is at a separate MRP area, one is at the MRP which is at the plant, right? Now I'm going to MM02, enter the material, okay? So enter this, click on MRP1 view, MRP1 view. If you see here, what did you find here? MRP area exists. It is now unticked. Now I want to maintain this this material under this MRP area. What is this MRP area? In this MRP area, we have one separate storage location now. So I am going to extend this material under this storage location as well because of my business scenario. So there my MRP type in our main storage location 171A, our MRP type was what? PD. But here I'm going to specify the MRP type as VB because for this storage location 171E, the MRP type I want to make it as VB, manual reorder point, and I'm specifying the reorder point as well. You're getting me now? I'm specifying the reorder point. So under one storage location, it has a different reorder point, and another storage location, it has a different reorder point, and I want to plan this separately. I don't want to club and plan, rather I want to plan this separately. Okay. Next. Okay, one second. Forecast. Okay, yeah. Click on edit. MRP type is VB. MRP reorder point is 88. Lot sizing procedure is EX. Click on MRP2. Nothing I am going to give explicitly here. Okay, click on check. Adopt. Enter MRP controller. Okay. We will enter MRP controller as 002. Okay. Click on adopt. Check. Adopt. Okay. Now, if you see very clearly, under the MRP area 171E Kanban 1710, under which the storage location is 171E, I have maintained MRP area which one? Sorry, MRP controller 002, right? Right. Under the storage location 171A, I have maintained MRP controller 001. Why I will show you I will also tell you the reason why we are maintaining two different MRP controllers. I will tell you the reason. But we have maintained two different MRP controllers. That's fine. Okay. Now save this. Okay. Now if I go to MD04 for this material 2967, click on enter. See, it is asking definitely it asks for the plant, enter the plant or enter the MRP area. So I am going to enter MRP area as 1710. Okay, click on enter. It will be what? The situation will be net 0, no? Because it's a newly created material, right? So everything will be 0. Go to the another MRP area, what? Kanban 1710. Under the plant 1710, everything is net 0. Quickly, what we will do? We will try to assign the routings. Okay, we will try to assign the routings. Key date, let's say 2003 2967. Enter. Okay, because we want a planned order, no? So for that, we will just enter the routings here. Work center, let's say mixing to any one operation we will keep. Simple operation for MRP area testing. Okay, simple. We don't. Our main focus is not to understand these things now. So any simple operation will keep. Okay, 100 quantity will give, right? And go to the header once. Okay, lot size is from 1 to 9999. Okay, click on save. Right. Now let's also create one simple form as well. 2967 2003. Click on enter. The item category L. We'll try to keep for only one component here. Okay. 10. Click on enter. Go to the header. 100. Save this. Okay. Now create a PV for 2967. Right. Click on enter. So copy this material, right? I don't want to stress here much more because all these things by now. Okay, PV I'm creating MRP for test, MRP area testing. Correct. So valid from 22 days date to 31/12/9991 till this lot size. Click on enter. Double click. So it's a routing, right? Search with material. So enter this alt bomb 01, bomb usage 1, check. Okay, right. Okay, right. Good. Now we have created all the master data. It's ready. Now if I go to MD04, nothing will be there. You know very well because it's net 0 now. Now I am going to enter the demand. I'm going to enter the demand for this material under MRP area what? 1710. Correct? Under plant 1710, under MRP area 1710, I'm going to enter the demand for this finished good, let's say 300, 400, 500. Okay, click on enter, save. Now go to MD04 2967 under MRP area 1710. Obviously, the demand will be shown. If I go to this one, which one? Kanban 1710. Is it going to show? No, right? It is not going to show us. Now what we will do? Let's try to run classical MRP. I will tell you the difference why we are comparing and executing the classical MRP. Correct? Classical MRP. Here MRP live. We will clearly understand the difference. Okay. So when I run the classical MRP, what is the T code? You know, right? MD02. When it is in MRP live, what is the T code? It's MD01N. Correct? First, we will understand what will happen in the classical MRP. So go back to SAP. Okay. MD02. Single item multi-level classical MRP. If you see here, clearly there is a field in classical MRP for specifying the MRP area. Okay. Clearly the field is mentioned here. Right. And if I do run the MRP now, okay, planned orders, click on enter, click on enter. Under 1710 I am executing. Correct. Now go to MD04. What will happen? Under MRP area 1710, obviously system will create the planned orders. Is it going to make any impact on this MRP area? Which one? Kanban 1710? No, right? It is not going to make any impact, which means that what? What is the conclusion? In MD02, we can segregate and run and plan a material at MRP area level. Correct or not? MRP area level, which means that System will only consider that particular MRP area and the demand existing either in the form of a sale order or in the form of a plan independent requirements, whichever kind of demand under that particular MRP area level only. Okay. It is not going to impact, correct? It is not going to impact the another MRP area which is maintained at a slot level. Okay, MRP area type 2, MRP area type 2, no, as per the config, MRP area type 02, right? If you see here this config I am saying, where is that? It went this one, 1710, what is MRP area type 2, right? MRP at storage location level. Okay. Now, what we will do, we will try to run the MRP MD02 at what level? We will try to run it, the MD02 at the MRP area Kanban 1710. Okay, Kanban 1710. Click on enter. Click on enter. Now go to MD04. Correct. So Kanban. Click on refresh. What will happen? See, your reorder point is 88 now. Your manual reorder point. That is what we mentioned under this MRP area, right? In the material master. So for that, that is the reason it creates a planned order for 88 because in order to compensate, in order to create a proposal for the reorder point. We discussed, right? Reorder how it works in our previous classes. So what is the conclusion you can derive from here? In MD02, system will consider the MRP at individual MRP levels when you specify the MRP area in MD02. If you don't specify the MRP area, what will happen? If you don't specify, what will happen? System will consider the MRP planning at entire plant level. Okay, it will consider at the entire plant level because whenever you don't specify, what system will understand? Okay, I need to run an MRP at plant level and I will take all the materials in all the storage locations into consideration. Okay, but now let's come to MD01N. Okay, MRP live. Do you see anywhere the MRP area is maintained here? No. Then you might get a doubt. Then what is the use of MRP area in SAP S4hana? Correct? I mean, SAP S4hana exclusively in MRP live. There is no field to enter MRP area. There is no field to enter storage location as well. Then how to do this? How to plan the MRP at the storage at individual levels? It is not possible. Okay. So that is the gap here from the SAP side. It is not possible to split the MRP areas and to plan at individual MRP area level in SAP S4hana. I mean S4hana in the sense you can do it. In S4hana you have MD access for MD02 as well now. So when you have a concept of MRP area in your client and he tells that no, I want to do the MD01 only. I don't want to do MD02. It is not possible. Straight away you will tell it is not possible. If you have a concept, a design requirement to enable an MRP areas in your plan, you cannot execute that in MD01N. You must and should execute that in MD02 only, in a classical MRP only. Okay. But SAP has tried to do that to some extent. How? They had tried to specify the MRP controller here in MRP Live. And now you remember that we have maintained two different MRP controllers in the material master. One MRP controller is for 1710 and another MRP controller is for that Kanban 1710. If I go to MRP 1, what is MRP controller I maintained here? 001. If I go to the MRP areas, If I click on edit, what is MRP controller maintained here under this Kanban MRP area 002? What is it we are trying to achieve there? With respect to two different MRP controllers, SAP has to some extent tried to handle that scenario in MD01N, right? When I specify 001, actually what it should have done, it should exclude it. It should have omitted your Kanban 1710 MRP area because there the MRP controller is different, and it should have plan only for 1710 plant level MRP area. But unfortunately, even that was not able to give by SAP properly. Okay, it is a bug actually. Even though you maintain MRP controller in MD01N, and when you run an MRP live, system will entirely do the MRP planning for all the storage locations. Okay, it will not consider any MRP areas and all in SAP in MD01N. Okay, let's see that practically. Okay, so how to see that practically? Now we will go to MD62, correct or not? We'll go to MD62. I will try to put some more demand, correct? 800. Save this. Now if I go to MD04, one more LSF will come, correct? 800, right? And I go to the material master and I click on this. I am changing this reorder point to 99. Okay, just we want to understand now how the MRP live, what is the gap in MRP live in terms of the planning with respect to MRP area, we need to understand, right? So we have changed, and if I go to this, click on refresh, it won't change. Why? It will change only when we do the MRP run, no? So let's close this. So one screen is for this Kanban 1710, one MD04 is for 1710 normal at the plant level. Okay. Now I am going to do the MRP live, right? I'm going to do the MRP live. Even though you maintain at this MRP controller, okay? Even though you maintain MRP controller as 001, system is going to plan your material entirely at all the storage locations level. We'll see that. Let's execute this. Okay. Okay. So once it executed, we will go and see your MD04, both of the screens. See, it's a very minute, very, uh, what to say, minute concept, and I would say that no one will cover to this level of detail in terms of MRP. They'll simply tell that it's an MRP area, and you can specify, you can separate the storage locations, and you can plan accordingly. But what is the difference between ECC MD02 and the difference in MD01N? What is the limitation? SAP has agreed that it's a limitation. It cannot do that. And probably, I don't know, in later of the upgradations, they might come up with that functionality or not. I don't know. But this is a clear cut gap from the SAP standard package itself. Okay. Right. MRP live finished. Right. Now I go to MD04. Click on refresh. Obviously, one plan order get generated for one 800 LSF. Now go to this MD04 for Kanban. Click on refresh. 99. See, did it restricted to not to plan your Kanban 1710 MRP area? No, it planned for both of the MRP areas, which is not correct, right? We can, how, if that is the case, what is the purpose of MRP area? If you want to plan your materials in MRP live, it is planning at the entire material level. It is not checking, you cannot able to restrict at the storage location level. Correct? So what is that we can conclude from this in MRP, in MD01N? What we can conclude in MD01N, system will plan the material at material level itself. Correct? I mean material, entire material, not at MRP area level. Correct? And what is the second conclusion you can take? There is no provision in MD01N to specify the MRP area. Correct? Correct? Even though we use respective MRP controllers, correct, with respect to its MRP areas in material master, it is not making that impact when we do MRP live, correct, specifying what MRP controllers, correct. There is no use of that. But I am thinking that SAP might come with that kind of functionality in the later upgrade, saying that you can specify MRP area, and through that MRP area you can specify MRP controller, and through that MRP controller probably they are planning to restrict that, but I don't know. From last few releases, even I am checking, it is not the functionality is not getting enabled. If they enable, they'll definitely make some noise and everyone will get to know. Okay, that's not a problem, right? So that is the gap. So whenever your client asks you that I need the concept of MRP areas, yeah, obviously. So you can tell them that it is quite possible, but the only thing is you cannot run the material at you cannot run the MRP live for that material. Obviously, you should go to MD02 only. You should tell that. Okay. Now we will do one small test. So now it is clear for us that MRP live is not able to perform or segregate the or plan the material at MRP area level. Correct? Now, okay, let's go back to MD02 only. But before going to MD02, we will do one small kind of change at the MRP area level and we will try to understand. Okay. See, let's say at MRP in one MRP1 view, in MRP2 view, my material is internally produced. Okay. But at this MRP area, which one? Kanban 1710, my material was procuring. I am procuring this material, I am not producing, and I am storing simply in this storage location. Okay, for this storage location, as far as this is concerned, I am not going to produce this, I am going to buy this from an external vendor. So, for that reason, I have entered the special procurement as 20 external procurement. Okay, click on adopt, save this, right? Save this. Now, we will go to this MD04. Let's remove, or instead of removing the demand, let's delete this sale order. Sorry, planned order. Okay, planned order, delete. Next, again, go to this edit, delete. Okay, we will delete three planned orders. Let it be the last one, let it be, not a problem. Click on refresh. Now it is applicable for the demand, no? For that reason, I was just doing that. So again, I will come to this Kanban related MRP area. I am going to delete this planned order as well. Okay, planned order as well. Okay. Now, if I do the MD02, right? If I do that, anyway, it is obvious for us MD01 is not going to work in this case. Fine. If I do the MD02 at 1710 MRP area level, what will happen? It will create what? Planned orders, obviously, because my procurement type is what? Internally produced, no? So it creates planned order. That is obviously it will create planned order only. But when I do the MRP MD02 MRP run at this Kanban 1710 MRP area level, what will happen? System will create a plan order or a purchase requisition. What it will create? It will create purchase requisition. Okay. See, for single material, it is creating plan order, and for the same material, it is also creating purchase requisition because of the segregation at the MRP area level and the settings in the master data that we maintained at the MRP area level, right? And this kind of flexibility is not possible using MD01N. You cannot do that. Okay. I mean, you will say no, gold is gold. It's always gold is gold. Only. So MD02 is such a transaction where you can uh, handle with the MRP areas as well. But in MD01N, that functionality is not yet there, and probably I'm expecting that to be there in MD01N in future days. We'll see. I mean, there are globally there are many consultants that has raised their this kind of concern to SAP. I don't know SAP might be considering or not in the future days. Let's see. Okay, right. So are you guys clear on the MRP area? Very important topic and very less discussed topic across trainings or wherever. But it's a definite requirement will be there from the. It's a definitely the client will be asking as per their business process. They want to segregate this multiple storage, I mean levels, multiple MRP areas in their plant, and want to able to handle that kind of scenarios. Okay, now let me save this. Right. So you do you guys understood till now? Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Is someone asking any doubt? Is there any doubts in MRP area? Only on MRP areas, how that is, what is that? Now you, if you go to this PPT, no, you'll clearly find the, you'll clearly now understand. Plant MRP area. Initially, the plant MRP area includes the plant with all storage locations and stock with subcontractors. When you define MRP area for storage location and for subcontractor, and you have assigned the material, the plant MRP area is reduced by exactly this number of subcontractors and storage locations. Correct or not? Initially, we have a plant MRP area under where 171E was also there. But when you specified a different MRP area at the storage location level, and when you specified 171E there, automatically it got removed from the plant MRP area, right? So you can define MRP area that consists of particular storage location only by creating an MRP area and assigning the storage location to it. Material requirements for this storage location are then planned separately from rest of the plant. You can also group several storage locations into one MRP area by creating an MRP area and assigning the storage locations. These storage locations are then planned together. Means what? Not only you can enter 171E, you could have entered 171F, 171G, whichever number of storage locations you have in your plant. And if you want to plan them separately at the storage location level, you can go ahead and do that instead of entirely at the plant level. Okay, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll just stop the recording for now.